I should probably mute that. Where is it? I'm just going to post another questions box on Instagram. There it is. Just in case anyone wants to submit any during the broadcast. Where's the questions? There it is. Do you have any questions for Daryl? No. Thanks for the invite. One second. Hi, Michael. Let's get a couple more invites going, and then hopefully Jack will be here, and then we shall start. What do we do there? Oh my goodness, what is happening? So many things are happening. Hi, Kika. Thank you for the invite. I hope we're all doing wonderful. I really need to sneeze. I don't want to go and sneeze because I need to sneeze. Teehee. Oh. Hi, Christine. We're just waiting for the foot. Hope we're all doing wonderful. We're not sipping on alcohol today. We just got iced tea instead. Thanks for the 50. Oh my god, yes, we're in the chair. Lasky's in my stream again. I feel so honored. Waiting for that foot. Reveal yourself. Foot is always late. You need to yell at him. The foot has arrived. Chatbot says, head over to Instagram. I've just put up a new store. Oh, great.
Oh, lovely.
I'll drag you down. Oh, you're there. You still got Christmas lights.
Yes, it's Christmas.
Can you mute?
Hello?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's Christmas somewhere. And also I was the first one in your stream. I've just been sitting here eating potato chips, to be honest.
What flavor?
Pepper and salt and something that I don't know.
Pepper and salt and something.
Salt and pepper.
Okay. Good to know. But you should have revealed yourself if you've been sat in here this entire time.
No.
Why?
Because you would have been on my ass.
Well, someone's got to be.
I'm glad someone. I know you fucking lying. That's it.
Oh. This is what happens when I'm the favorite.
No more taco dogs for you, sir.
Oh. That is not Bojack. Bojack copied Jack.
Bojack.
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 Bojack copied Jack.
Yeah. This horse was made before it. Bojack.
This horse was made in like 2020.
This horse was made in 1920. Please say hello to me. I'm the biggest fan of Yellow Chair Talks. That is slam. Wait.
Yeah, top fan gets to win a signed cushion.
Hey. Does Lasky want to come on Yellow Chair?
Could Lasky handle coming on Yellow Chair? Hi, Luke.
Hi, Luke.
That's a question.
That is the question.
But right now, we have questions for someone else instead of Lasky.
Girl, I got a question for you.
So do we have to like put Lasky on like this side here? He could be like our Mexican correspondent. Do you want to join the team?
A Mexican correspondent. He's gonna be our correspondent in the Spanish community.
Exactly. We're Lasky with the weather.
Yeah.
But anyway, enough about Lasky. We've got Darren on today. So Darren, if you're ready, do you want to put your hand in the air?
Let me hear you say yeah.
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 Yeah, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you should all get your Yellow Chair cushions.
You can get them in the merch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.com.
Merch.com.
Mission. Is Darren still here? Did he hear me? Thanks everyone for coming. Yeah, there he is.
A Mexican guy with a pedal wow, that would be my biggest dream. Ever dream.
How's it going?
His chair's better than yours.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
God. Bro.
Yeah, Jack, I think it's about time that you get an updated picture as well.
Real quick.
Stop! Okay, so how are you today, Darren?
I'm alright, I'm pretty good, yeah. Yeah, it's
I
been back.
Just see a lot of
camera games. It's actually
images
quite a while.
right now.
Pardon? Did he not hear? I'm assuming he can't hear us.
A lot of spinning images. I think it's lagging quite a bit.
What is happening?
Or who? Who's lagging?
Mr. Foot.
Am I lagging?
On my side, you're lagging on and off.
I am. He's.
Hey, Katie. All right, everyone, what's happening on your end? Because right now, the cameras are spinning for me. So, yeah, I think there's some technical things.
Am I back now?
All right, you're back now. I can see you. That's fine. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, Jack, can you come back, please? Well, I'm not. He says he's just seeing spinning images. I'm just going to try it again. And
Hello?
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 Can you hear us?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can see you. Everything seems to be fine as soon as the bar giveaway is done. And I also got yeeted by you now, so.
No, you didn't. You got yeeted by me.
Oh, well, that's just fucking rude, isn't it?
The burn.
It
Wow.
was me. You're welcome.
Fuck you.
Thank you for the pearlies. I've
Hi,
got
Kitty.
no idea what I was saying before everything happened. So we're just going to start again. I know, Lasky. It's just, it's...
We all been to IKEA.
Damn right.
Mm.
One of the best chairs they got.
I never came from IKEA.
Shut up.
Don't you dare ever call my
It does
chair.
now.
It's
It's in sale.
Shut up! It's not on sale! Anyway, sorry. Okay, let's just get into this. So there's 80 people in the broadcast. Would you like to tell everybody who you are?
Well, for those who don't know and haven't been influenced by me on here, I'm Darren the Fire Guy. Name by profession, I do fire eating and fire breathing. I used to do that on stream. I've been on you now for nearly 10 years now. It'll be 10 years this year. I don't know what about me. I used to be, at least I thought I used to be, one of the rudest streamers on here. In terms of, I used to be very sexually orientated, but since then I don't stream as much and I very much turned it down, which is great. Hence the D is here.
There's some competition out there for that. That could be a unite contest. Who's the rudest streamer out there?
Oh, damn right, yeah.
EJ, if you're watching, we'd like to pitch that to you. Thanks.
I'm done.
Perfect.
I bet you are. So what kind of times would we find you live if you were live?
Oh, that's a tough one. So I've not actually been streaming properly for about a month now. I've been focusing more on my in real life goals and on my mental health more now, which is great. So I'm in a much better position in life now. So when I do stream, it tends to be quite irregular. It's very random, spontaneous. But I used to stream quite late at night in the UK. But I used to do streams that were like 8 to 12 hours long minimum usually. So if I am streaming again, just look out for any sign of rudeness on you now, and you'll find me.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first. Okay, so you said earlier that you've been here for 10 years.
But it'll be 10 years this year, yeah.
What brought you to you now?
So back in 2013, I was just searching for a website similar to Chat Roulette, just to pass time. I came across you now, started watching a couple of streamers, just seeing what it's about. And then one person in particular, she was called Natalie Parr when she was streaming here. She guested me for the first time. It was the first ever sort of time I heard about you now, and showed a couple of things that I do with fire. And she was like, "Yo, you should totally try streaming one day. People would love it." I instantly tried it on the same day within the first hour and just got hooked. And that's pretty much it, really. Been here ever since. And although I've seen many people come and go from the platform, honestly, it's a home for me. I love it here. It's one of the places that won't ban me permanently.
Ooh.
There's still time.
There's always time.
What would you say is your favorite thing about streaming?
The amount of reach you've got for different interesting people around the world, honestly. I've made friends from all around the world now, and it's fantastic. Some of the places that I would never expect it. And it just gives me a lot of chance for in the future performing around the world. I can message people in most places and just have someone there that knows me. And it's just so nice. It's opened up the entire world to me, and possibilities are everywhere now.
So I'm going to pause kind of like on these questions, because I just want to circle back to your fire again.
Okay.
What made you start, what made you start playing with fire?
So, prior to when I was 16 years old, I was a very nervous, very closed individual, was very much shy. Then at a family barbecue of all places, someone I class as an uncle, he used to work at a theme park called Camelot in the UK back when it was open. He used to do the night shows, jousting and things. And he also did fire eating and fire breathing there. So at these family barbecues, he would also put on a little show for us as well. And one time, it was in June during the summer of 2012, I want to say, for this. He basically just said, "Do you want to give it a shot?" And prior to then, I was very much a no person all the time. Used to turn down any chance of anything. But it was something about knowing no one just gets an opportunity to try this. I just said yes, and I just went with it. And I literally got hooked. Within the first week, I was practicing doing some incredibly dangerous things, being told off by my uncle sometimes. But I don't know, I guess I just found my passion. And no matter what, that's the thing I always go to now. It's remarkable because it's opened doors for me, like career-wise. I've got so many opportunities. It's opened doors just to explore myself and know what I'm fully capable of. And it's just nice to be able to give back to people as well, because I also used to do, at least I used to do free performances for friends' parties, and it just was so nice to be able to give back to people and show them, like, this is what I'm about now. This is the real me now, and this is great. Not to be that closed individual again. I love it.
Like that just. I just can't get my head around the fact of how dangerous it is. And you're just like casually, like, did you not eat glass as well? Or am I making this up? I feel like I remember like going into a stream or something before, and you were talking about like nails and glass and.
Yeah, so I eat glass very rarely. I do it maybe I used to do it maybe 2 or 3 times a month. I'd eat a light bulb. It's all real glass, and for anyone watching who thinks they're brave, it's incredibly dangerous, and it's one of those things that if it goes wrong, that's it. It will, yeah, it's no good. You can't really revert to any other changes if it was to go wrong. So I wouldn't ever try that if I were you. There's a part of me that even regrets that at times that I can do it, because it is addicting when I put on, let's say, a performance. I really want to show people what I got. But that's where the danger lies, because I'll get too cocky with it, too into it, and that's where accidents can happen. But luckily for me, nothing with the glass has ever gone wrong yet.
So you're actually ingesting, like, it's going through your body glass.
Oh yeah. It's just a typical glass light bulb that you'd have in a lamp. Just goes through my entire body. When done right, everything's good. And just for anyone else, it doesn't hurt coming out the other end.
Okay, so you eat fire, glass, and nails, and Kirsty drink bleach, and I just eat
what?
burgers.
Hang on, what? Bleach.
Not bleach.
Oh, what was it?
It was paint stripper, and I was 8.
Oh, that makes it so much better. Yeah, that's.
I didn't do it on purpose. It wasn't my fault. It was my sister's fault. And I had to be in hospital overnight, and I missed the class trip to the pet shop the next day, and I'm still like traumatized.
Here's a picture of Kirsty from the hospital bed.
I mean, at least, I've got a story with mine. At least, if I was to tell people how I accidentally discovered glass eating, I could just say I walked into a room, a light bulb fell on my face, and I just ate it. You've got the effort. I had to find something to pry open a paint thinner can.
It was a bottle of paint stripper in the bathroom. My sister had this like tea set because she's younger than me, and she thought it was water, and she put it in there, and it wasn't water. And then I don't remember what happened up until the next day when I was in hospital. And I just remember that I was in primary 3 and I missed the class trip to the pet shop. The end.
Wait, the class trip to the pet shop?
Yes.
Yeah, because they don't have a zoo on the island, so they have a pet shop.
Darn paint thinner, you know. It
That was our zoo. Well, we're shading, right? So Darren's eating fire and glass. I'm having paint stripper. What are you having, Jack?
I eat burgers. Okay.
And sriracha sauce.
I love that line. I eat burgers.
I don't. No, I don't eat anything dangerous. No, I'm just a normal guy.
Had to bring up the Pippin paint stripper. Okay. So what kind of like when it comes to your fire eating,
Yeah.
you get like hired to do that, or is like how do you find like sort of opportunities with that? What is it that you kind of do?
So what I used to do, I used to try and go through agencies. I think I've gone through 2 agencies in my lifetime. Found out they pay ridiculously low, and it's just not worth the danger that it puts me through. So honestly, I just seek out any events that are going on within like 50-mile radius to where I reside, and especially if it's local. It like a couple of months ago, I found out they were going to be doing a annual bonfire at a park near me. They do it every year. It's huge. So I sent off, I think it was an email initially or a message through something. I'm not sure what it was through, but I inquired about how about instead of having your regular bonfire that you've had the same for 10 years, one, I sold myself to them on what I do, and I was like, okay, what's your budget look like? And then I'll get back to you. And I'm like, don't worry about how much it's going to cost. Just tell me what your budget is, and we'll work around it, sort of thing. So that's what I tend to do now, because no matter what their budget may be, if it's something local, it gets my name out there.
Yeah.
So that's how I do that.
Okay. Yes, you can submit questions on Instagram at Yellow Chair Talks, and there's an Instagram story with questions box if you'd like to submit questions. Okay. So that's kind of we've touched on your fire for just now.
Yeah.
And we'll cut back to the Unite questions. So when did you get partnered and how did you get partnered? Did you get partnered the old-fashioned way or through like nominations or any contests or anything like that?
So when did I get partnered? That's a really good question, actually. I am going to quickly find out when I got partnered. It'd only take a few seconds. I've got all my previous overlays. Old overlays. I got partnered on the 10th of January 2022. And I think it was just through submitting an application, I think. So people wanted to be partnered for years because they've seen that I put in the effort on here. I've what's the word? I've financially, what's the word? I put a lot into, basically, you know. That's why I've got. That's it. That's the word. Invested. So I know good words, but not when I need them. So yeah, I invested a lot into my PC and streaming setup initially anyway. So I was just like, okay, maybe it's time to go for partnership. I said that every so often. Then I gave up. And I started again. Then I gave up. And then people started to back me on the idea. They started to reach out to people like EJ and to other people via you now. And I think the word got out. And then I applied. I think it was November 2021. And then, oh my goodness, when I got that first email to say that it worked and it happened, it was just like so many years in the making. I was so goddamn happy about it. It was just like so many years I've put into streaming. And I think it was one main stream that I did on the 25th of December in 2021. I did a 24-hour stream Christmas Day. And it ended up turning into a 36-hour stream, technically.
Wow.
I did my 24 hours. I did my 24 hours on my stream, and then afterwards I did 6 hours guesting with different people. And I think that's what really got the word out. Everything blew up. It went insane. I literally ended up lost for words, which is a rare thing sometimes. But that really blew everything out of the window. It's like, you now have to partner me now, because they can see that I am putting this effort in. And gotta face it, there's not a ton of, well, at least when I used to stream all the time, there wasn't a ton of streamers that put in the huge amount of effort that we all know, you know, that it takes for this sort of thing. So, yeah, it was crazy. It was an absolute heart-dropping moment when that happened.
I feel like even sort of like back then, that was kind of like the last wave of when like the community would really back someone for partnership as well. because now kind of like everyone and anyone can kind of get partnered, and it's not so much a push.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and it's sad that feeling isn't really around much anymore.
Yeah, it really is. But you know what? If it was around once, it can happen again, can't it, in the future?
Yeah.
With the amount of different things this
True.
platform's changed after time of being told, it can really go back to those ways if they really wanted it to, I guess.
Well,
Never too late.
speaking about the website changes, what are your thoughts on the current sort of state of this website with all the different updates, such as sub buttons for everyone, minimum 12 hours broadcasting to maintain partnership?
So right, the minimum 12 hours, I'll touch on that. I love that. Because this, back before I was partnered, I used to watch streamers that were partnered. I love it completely. But then I used to see all the idle accounts of partners that haven't been streaming in months and months or even years that just don't come on this platform. And I'm not going to state names, but there was a particular person who started streaming again as a one-off, and it had been at least 3-year break that I last saw him, and he had on his bio, and I'm not trying to call anyone out, so I'm not going to state names on this. He was trying to raise money for an engagement ring. That's the only reason he came back.
Oh,
And I but as soon as I saw that, and I was just I was gobsmacked. I was like, it's being wasted on people like this when it could be used on people who put the effort and time in. I'm not just saying for myself, because there's a lot of people that are not partnered that I know put in the grind every day, or even just with upgrading their setups just for streaming, that deserve partnership, but they would sort of be left in the darkness, and they would never be seen by higher up, let's say, by the gods.
I'm just curious to know who's an engagement ring. Like, you can't leave us hanging like that.
I could drop the name, yeah.
If you want, like
Paco Spice.
oh,
Yeah.
I forgot about him.
he's
Yeah. Yeah, he came back after years and years just to raise funds for a ring. And honestly, people could have said, oh, how do you know this? He literally had it in his bio. Props to him. He was pretty honest about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's not streaming with passion. That's streaming for money.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, the second you start to do it for monetary values, it doesn't become enjoyable. It's no longer fun because you've got an aim that is to do with money. People that watch you don't want to hear about what their money's being spent on. They want to be entertained. They want to see, what's new with you? What have you been doing? What's going on? Not, can you give me one of the biggest gifts so I can just buy this engagement ring, please?
right.
It's just like with anything in life. If you have a passion, do it. But if you're being driven solely by the money value of it, it's going to take over, and it's just going to start to become a job. And when it becomes a job, no one enjoys it, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
Like, if you still have the passion and you earn money at the same time, great, fantastic. But keep the passion above anything, because money comes and goes. Yeah. It's the passion that's going to keep every door in your future open. And just like KV said, KV's been a long-time supporter of me for the past couple of years now. It's about the creativity and enjoying that and the communication between people, not about who's got the biggest wallet.
Yeah. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Any thoughts about any of the other updates?
Oh, the updates. Sorry, yeah, I went on a tangent then. So, honestly, I don't know if there's been any major updates in the past month or two, but seeing the way this site's changed, like with the guesting, I remember when it was a whole different layout. I think you guys will know anyway, if you guys have seen it, but I think it's really gone well. One of the things everyone can again agree on, I do think they need to take more time and think less about updates, like upgrades, and more about how can we make sure this website runs with stability, so everyone's happy. Like, giving out bandwidth to the streamers that need that extra power in their streams, so we can actually upgrade things ourselves, not the little bits that honestly we don't need. Like, as much as the bar giveaways, for instance, are great, there's no point in adding 20 new amazing things if the old things are the things that need improving, that, you know, that glitch and make streaming less fun.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing more annoying than starting a stream and then having to ask, am I lagging? Am I lagging? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? And then dragging someone up to guest, and then, are they spinning? Wait, who can you hear?
Yeah, Jack, are they spinning?
Y'all were spinning.
So what do you think would improve the streamer / audience experience?
I think, honestly, maybe once a month having a group of streamers, like in my workplace. I'm not going to state what I do for work, but in my workplace, they choose one person out of every team, usually once a month, to have a whole meeting with higher up, and it's all done through, like, virtually through Microsoft Teams, and everyone will talk about what changes that we could do with and what changes we don't need as much. I think if once a month they had like an hour meeting with people, just to state what we want as streamers and not what they want as, let's say, entrepreneurs or, you know, anything like that. It's like we could do with a proper insight and a door open with communication. I mean, what I do like about you now is, as you'll see there in that little video up there, Luca, the fact that he started as a streamer just like anyone else.
Yeah.
You know, he started building things around for you now without working for them, and then they snatched them up like that. Honestly, greatest thing to happen to you now, in my opinion, completely. Put the hard work in, proven it, did it most of his time back when he was doing it more often. And he's made the website, honestly, better than it has been in a very long time, in my opinion. If you now had more people like that, that would definitely increase the value of the platform. It would then bring more people here and fill the pockets of the employees, let's say.
Yeah.
Because it's all about, it's all business at the end of the day. But no one's going to join a business if it's full of little glitches.
Well, speaking of business, if the Uni staff were watching, like, hi, John, if you're watching, which you're not, because you probably don't know who any of us are, what would you say to the staff if they were listening right now?
Honestly, listen to the community more. As blunt as it is, that's all that needs to happen, is just listen to the community. Obviously, you've got to focus on profit being a business, but if you don't listen to the community, the business is going to fall. I mean, something I took into my hands, I know it's something probably a bit minimalistic, something that doesn't really matter, but everyone's heard of Wikipedia. Yeah. Absolutely everyone. You know, it's something that's basically free and it's globally accessible for any and every platform and website out there. Prior to 3 years ago, that Wikipedia had not been updated in at least 5 years. So because we all know that it can be edited by anyone, I literally spent an entire day revamping that Wikipedia with new updates saying when things have happened, all the changes, even to the point of getting John. And completely revamped it, sent a link to John through LinkedIn. I was like, look, I've taken it under my responsibility to make sure people are aware of changes that are happening to you now, and that it's not a dying platform anymore. That is something that has got a future. I did get a thank you. After like a week or so, I got a thank you. But honestly, just listening to the community is one of the biggest things. Because there's nothing more annoying than having the ideas and never being heard.
Yeah. At least you got an acknowledgement. A lot of people
no, exactly.
So that's like a big deal.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like he knows what he's doing, running a business, fair enough. But as an overall, I don't think they know what they're doing with communicating with the community. At the end of the day, as I said, that's what it all goes down to. Without us, was nothing. So it's all about us as a community as a whole. And that's kind of what I like about what you do here with Yellow Chair Talks. Like, we've got so many communities on you now that are like, fair enough, I'm guilty of it too. Fire Army, you know, that's a whole base community there. You've got all these different names of whatever people want to call their fans or their friends that watch them. But I like the fact that you're opening up doors and you're not just talking to the mainstream people, you're talking to any and everyone who wants to be heard.
Yep.
That's what we need on you now.
Well, thank you. We do try. We just sit in our... Okay, Jack's chair's a bit outdated, but we just sit in our yellow chairs and we just talk nonsense.
It's all about the yellow chairs here.
I'm just glad that people, you know, want to be part of this. Like, we've been doing this for a year now, which is insane. And yeah, just waiting for K9 to come on. But K9's only allowed to come on if he does his face reveal and he sits in a yellow chair.
Oh, come on. I'll give you a Scooby snack.
Exactly. See? Incentive right there.
Well, he's such a pussy. He needs some catnip.
Meow.
Meow, meow.
Okay, so let's do some getting to know you questions. Now there's 2 questions here that have been specifically requested by someone because they're her favorite. So we're going to start with this first one.
Oh no.
This is I didn't do it last week and I heard all she noticed. So in the next 5 minutes on your phone, you're going to get an alert saying that we are in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. What is your game plan?
Turning off my phone so I don't get the alert. All right, game plan. Honestly, don't really have one, to be honest. I mean, currently the location that I'm in is one pretty damn secure location. I'm on the top floor of a 5-story building. Pretty good location. I'm in the center of the...
You can't stay up there.
I mean, could.
But you're going to need food. And, like, you got to treat this like it's COVID. Like, you need toilet paper and you need food. And, you know, what if the zombies start climbing the stairs?
Oh,
like, what if your neighbor on the 4th floor becomes a zombie?
You know what? It depends on the type of zombie we're talking about as well. Because you've got different types. You've got the 28 days and weeks later zombie that run full pelt. You've got the Walking Dead ones that evolve. You've got the classic George Romero zombies that don't run, don't open doors, and they stumble. What type of zombie?
Jack, no one's ever asked us what kind of zombie it is.
Well, yeah. It's the kind of zombies that they do run, they swim, and they also...
They swim!
Yeah.
Zombies don't need to swim. You only need to swim if you need to breathe. Zombies just walk.
Yeah, but they don't want to walk on the bottom of the ocean. They want to swim. On their backs.
So in general, just a basic zombie. Honestly, go to Leeds, to the Royal Armories. Any melee weapon or crossbow. Take them and just travel.
But
that's all you want to do, really.
Travel where? Like
anywhere, you know, just see different types of zombies. Like just like anyone travels the world, see monuments. Like I want to see a zombie that has some sort of a ethnic sort of moan. I want to see a zombie that stumbles wearing a kilt. So I'd go back home to Scotland. You know, you could start a little document on your phone. You could just like take pictures of each zombie, collect them all.
So you're now going to be a zombie vlogger. So check out Darren's YouTube when we have a zombie apocalypse, because he's going to be a zombie vlogger.
Honestly, I'd be excited because it means I wouldn't need any legalities to perform outside.
True.
Well, some of the answers that we've had for this has been a lot of people are just going to sacrifice themselves because they can't do it. What else have we had? We've had surrounding their house with treadmills because when they step on the treadmill, they go flying.
Until the treadmills run out of power.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
But
There is no sustainable energy in an apocalypse. Not unless you resort to other things.
we were going to grab our hamster and we were going to go out to the vegetable garden and we were going to pull out some carrots and a lemon tree. We were going to go plant them in an underground bunker.
Wait, you say hamster?
Yeah.
Do you know, when you said grab your hamster, I was thinking, where are you going to put that hamster? Now, I've heard stories about where people put hamsters.
So have we!
That is not an option.
Wait, didn't we read like a fan fiction? Yeah, okay.
Oh dear.
So just like really, because if we know this, you all need to know this too. Really quick backstory. So back in the day when Dan and Phil used to be on here and they had their hashtag, we would go live under the hashtag to try and get the fannies drop, as they were called fannies. And
they are sick.
There was like hundreds of them would come in and we'd be like, wait guys, stay. So Jack started reading fan fiction to them to get them to stay. And then they told us to read this one fan fiction, which was that either Dan or Phil, we're not sure which one of them, stuck a hamster up the other one.
Wow.
And it was quite it was a detailed fan fiction.
Oh, it was
Detailed.
Very detailed. It was very, very much detailed. Yeah.
So yeah,
they're sick.
That's where my mind went when you went on about the hamster there. Just a flashback to the fannies. That's what they called themselves.
The fannies.
The fannies. Shout out. But yeah, we had the hamster. That was Sophella that was taking her hamster to an underground bunker with some carrots that she was going to replant.
She was going to pick carrots and replant them.
She was going to. She was going to pull them out of the ground and then somehow put them back in the ground, and I would assume that they would keep growing even though they won't.
Not Minecraft.
This was
literally.
I'm going to argue.
Zombie apocalypse. I'm going to take some carrots and a hamster. Sorted.
And a lemon tree. So she.
A lemon.
Yeah.
Underground.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just take the answers. I don't. You can only question so much.
Question everything at this point.
Yeah.
Why is the chair yellow? You gotta ask Kirsty because she's the one who picked the chair.
So, real quick, KV, if you go onto Instagram, type in Yellow Chair Talks. If you click on the story, you can submit questions that way.
Yeah, do what down in the chat box said. Okay, so I'm going to have a follow-up question to your zombie apocalypse one there. Who would the 3 people be that you would have as your like zombie team? So like the 4 of you are fighting crime like Scooby-Doo. Like who would your 3 people be?
My partner, Lilith, or as she's in the stream, the Gilded Lilith. Oh, this is a tough one. See, right, Jade, this isn't a question about who you would save. This is who you would fight the zombies with, okay? Because who I would save is a completely separate list. Because some people are incapable of defending themselves, or would be more likely to be a victim.
I'd be one of those people.
Honestly, my uncle, the one who taught me fire breathing, because he's pretty badass. He'd be pretty good at subduing zombies. He's got swords, a lot. Who else? Honestly, my older sister, because she'd be great just to throw into a pile of zombies. You know, that's a weapon right there. Just distracts them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta sacrifice something.
Exactly.
Okay.
So speaking of groups of people though, if you could invite 4 people to dinner, living, dead, make-believe, fictional, anybody, who would you invite to dinner and why?
Oh, who'd invite to dinner? And this isn't classing. This is more people I look up to, or
anybody.
Anyone.
Well, assume my partner would be there regardless. Either at the table or under the table. I would potentially David Bowie, 100%.
Mm.
Never thought of this sort of thing. Damn, it's a tough one. Gene Simmons.
Hey!
Damn right. Damn right.
You're talking as kids number one fan there.
Honestly, Imran Khan, because I'd love to meet the guy. And Big KV, because he's an absolute legend.
Don't feel pressure to have KV there just because he's in the chat just now.
No, he's genuinely a legend. He's a brother to me completely. Hey, K9, KV is everything. Show your face.
Point.
Can't talk unless it's face to face, K9.
So, what would you cook for dinner? Because you have to cook.
Oh, yeah, I'd bribe Lilith to do the cooking and I'd take credit for it potentially. Or if I had to cook, I would be cooking chicken enchiladas.
Okay.
I love making that. It's amazing.
Do you think that's what everyone at the table will want to eat though?
Yeah, 100%. And if they had a problem with it, they know where the door is.
True.
Or just go on my phone, just find Hannibal.
Right. Okay. So, I mean, that's a good table.
It is a pretty good table, yeah.
Mm.
Do you want, Jack? Do you still have the image of the most iconic table that we've had?
Let me see. I
This
was
was
cleaning. I was cleaning a little bit. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
A partner on here wanted to have his grandpa, the president of Ukraine, Hitler, and Saddam Hussein at his table.
Wow, I love how his grandpa's just there as well. Wow, that's incredible.
We've also had another iconic one, which was Juice WRLD and Jesus.
Oh no, it'd be great. Be able to smoke a joint with Jesus.
Exactly. Living, laughing, loving. Who's the first guy? That was his grandpa. That was just generic grandpa picture.
Generic. Generic grandpa picture.
Yeah, I just googled grandpa and that guy came up. So
Old man.
old man grandpa, where you at?
So, what else do we have? So I'm gonna jump to some of the submitted questions that we've had, because we've got a few of them. So, where did they go? Over there. So somebody would like to ask how you and your girlfriend met, how long you've been together, and what was the best date that you've ever been on.
So, we met at a fire jam. So, a city near me called Manchester. They usually host a fire jam once a month. A bunch of people sort of turn up, show what they can do, practice, and it's their own little performing community. Let's say people can come and go and watch and whatever. So one of the people that I know, he's called Jay. He turned up with my partner Lilith. Never knew her at the time. Had no idea who she was. She actually skipped work to go to this one fire jam. I was dressed in my whole Beetlejuice outfit because I like the dress of Beetlejuice from time to time. And she was basically just somewhat, let's say, glaring at me. She was very intrigued by me. And she also was doing modeling stuff as well at the same time. So she wanted a picture with some fire. So because Jay noticed that she'd taken a liking to me, at least, Jay said, "Oh, let's go over there and get you a picture with some fire stuff." Approached me, of all people, knowing it would make her feel awkward. So the first time she ever met me, she took hold of my fire torch. Yeah. Very crazy, that one. But one of the best dates I've ever been on. But prior to then, I'd never really been on a date before. Not really. She ended up taking me on a date. Oh yeah, she stripped as well. She took off everything apart from her bra, and she was wearing a leather jacket. Damn, that image will never get out of my head. It was brilliant. Wow. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, she took me on a date actually. So I was someone that's very financially independent. So because I wasn't in a good financial place at the time, I wouldn't invite her on a date until I knew I was going to be stable with it. So she randomly purchases some Virgin Experience vouchers, pops up to me and says, "I've got these vouchers. Do you want to go and do whatever?" So we ended up going out together for, I think it was for a meal, and we ended up going to an escape room, which was my first ever escape room as well at the time. And that was honestly one of the best dates ever. I got a whole new experience with escape rooms, got to know this wonderful freaking woman, and it was just fantastic. There was another question, wasn't there?
How long have you been together?
How long? So that one's a tough one because we'd been seeing each other on and off since the 6th of May last year. Yeah, last year. Forget we're in 2023 now. It's crazy. So we met up almost every day or every couple of days for about 2-3 months. And then personally, I would have classed I was exclusively dating her completely. And then I officially technically asked her out to be my partner. I didn't even ask her. I just said, "You're basically my partner." It was, I think, the 10th of September last year. But I'd be willing. Yeah, I told you we're together. I told you, I didn't ask you, okay? Pretty confident there.
We're together. Accept it.
It all worked out. So officially the 10th of September is when I verbally mentioned it. Verbally told her, at least. But probably go by the first time we went on a date, to be honest, because I don't date people. I am very much closed off when it comes to that aspect of my life, at least. Prior to that, I'd been trying to stay single for as long as I could to focus on my health. She made me feel that confident and comfortable around her that it was just like, we're a thing. Like almost instantly, we just clicked. So I'd probably class it by somewhere near the end of May. So probably, I don't know how many, I'm not good at maths, god damn it. Probably 8 months now. Potentially 8 months.
Cute. And let's hope for many more months.
Exactly.
So this person has also asked, I think I could probably put these as to the same kind of question. Where's the craziest place that you've ever had sex, and what has been your worst sexual experience?
Craziest place I've ever had sex. Honestly, so just a brief background on the way I used to stream. I was very sexually orientated when I streamed, very rude, very quite risque. Because there's a lot of things I'm interested in, especially in the sexual sort of scene. But I've never been with someone who's been willing to full on try these things with me because they've not been into them. Sort of, yeah, it's not been to their liking, let's say. So the craziest place, I won't say craziest place that I've ever had sex, but craziest place any sexual encounter has happened, right? This was a couple of years ago, probably when I was like 20. All right, it's probably nothing to most people, okay? I may or may not have had a hand job in Greg's. Okay, the most awkward thing about it, I was in a queue and her dad, a big bulky guy, was right in front of us. I was wearing a trench coat, mega gothic as hell. My partner does know about this, I did tell her. And yeah, that was quite an experience. In Greg's though, in a bakery. If anyone else doesn't know what Greg's is, a bakery queue.
Oh, it's a bakery. Okay.
Do you remember? Do you remember what you bought, Greg's?
Well, I didn't buy anything. Her dad did, but I don't remember what he bought.
Going in for a sausage roll and is getting that instead. Okay.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't expect Greg's. All places.
That was brilliant.
So romantic. What about your worst sexual experience? Or does
Oh yeah,
that
worst one. Okay, worst one.
as well?
All right, so someone I was with for about 3.5 years. Honestly, I was a very sexually active person, and when I was with this person, we split a long time ago. I was with her for 3.5 years, and she very much put me off of most sexual things because of her personal hygiene. It was quite low. So yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just
Yeah.
just yeah.
She was wiping forward.
Moving on. Okay. So I feel like the rest of those questions will be covered anyway. So let me see what the other one is.
Wow,
Who
Kirsty, you're putting Noddy off. It takes a lot to put Noddy off since he's the most like the bestest human trafficker on you now.
Sorry, Noddy. I'm sorry. Don't blame me. Blame the person who submitted the next question so they know who they are.
I get a feeling it's Christine.
I can neither confirm or deny. Who have been your biggest supporters?
Oh, biggest supporters. KV, big KV, 100%. One of my biggest supporters. Honestly, apart from KV, Christine has been a great support. Back when I used to stream more often, she literally would go around telling people about me. Apart from Christine and KV, not really had a bunch of people that have been around for that long to support me. I've had briefly on and off. I've got someone called Sosa. She supports me quite regularly when I do stream, and someone that used to stream on here called Michelle. Her username was Better Banter. And Jade, yes, Jade was the first person to subscribe to me. She still is. I ended up actually getting her a custom-made T-shirt that literally said that she was the first subscriber to me. It's like she's one of the biggest as well for all that. She actually did my first set of sub stickers that I had. She drew them out by hand after I had them. And every so often, I do like to change them back to hand-drawn ones because it's super sweet. She supported me a long time. She's got a custom cup that has my face on it and her skin all over it. Sounds really weird. She's got a T-shirt. She might even have 2 T-shirts. I'm not too sure. She might have 2. But yeah, she's been a really big support.
Shout out Jade. And I love the fact that everyone that you've shouted out is here as well.
They're the real ones.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Will we ever get a fire performance on stream?
Yes. So me and Lilith are planning on at some point getting a house together. One of the things that I am making sure is that we're going to have a decent sized garden. And when that does happen, I'll have an entire streaming room and a little setup that I can bring outside. So there will be fire performances in the future, for sure.
Okay. So does anyone in the chat have any questions before I move on to the next part? If anyone has any more questions, because I feel like KV might have questions because he hasn't submitted any on Instagram. But Noddy has one.
Oh no.
Noddy.
How to make way. Was the queue in Greg's long? Maybe 8 or 9 people long, yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't think I'm going to be able to look at Greg's pasty the same again.
Beat that dough.
Shut up. K9 asks, is water wet?
I mean, it can be dry, so it depends on where you're getting your water from, really.
What?
But I'm sure if you go against one of the fire hydrants that you use quite regularly, K9, you'll find out.
I don't know if that was the answer that he wanted. Is math related to science?
Everything's related to math. And due to that, everything is therefore related to science. Because science is numbers.
Is that the answer that you wanted, Chris? I'm not.
When Noddy puts, "Can I ask a personal question?" Feel free to say no. Like that. I'm scared what's coming though,
I'm scared too.
because I'm just hearing one thing, and that's when people ask me the dumbest shit.
What is your Greg's order? I never ordered from Greg's.
What would you order from Greg's?
I wouldn't go into Greg's, no. If I had to, it would be some sort of a steak related thing. Anything steak. I love steak.
Oh, Chris has a question.
Oh, I got a question for you.
What is Greg's? So Greg's is a bakery.
Oh, thank you for the yellow chair. Greg's they do like it's like sausage rolls and like just different sort of like pasties and pastries, and I don't know. I've never actually really been into Greg's. We don't have one here, so yeah. Sorry, I don't think I'll be able to go into a Greg's. Anyone else got any more questions that aren't related to Greg's? Let me check Instagram one more time.
Who's related to Greg?
Greg. Who's related to Greg? Damn.
Sure, Noddy. Okay.
Yeah, you want to go there for the good pastry, yeah. Noddy's just gonna line up and hope that someone is gonna give him a hand job.
Wait for a sausage roll. What would you say has been the highlight of your YouNow journey?
Oh, highlight. Honestly, one of the biggest highlights was when I first started off. Natalie getting me into streaming in the first place, because without her, nothing would have ever changed in my life. So she really pushed me out my comfort zone with streaming. That's one of the biggest highlights I've ever had.
Okay. If you could meet any 4 streamers who you haven't met before in person, because I know that you had met Luke and Emily and Natalie and that before, but if you could meet any 4 people who you haven't met before, who would you meet?
People that currently stream, because there's a few people I'd like to meet who don't stream anymore. I would probably want to meet... Oh, that's a tough one now. Damn. That's a real tough one.
Or any sort of... Okay, well, we can make it a bit easier. Streamers could be, past streamers as well as present, and even viewers, users.
Yeah. So Jade Odin, 100%. She actually doesn't. She lives quite a distance from me, but we're planning on meeting at some point, hopefully this year. I would love to meet Sosa, and I'd love to meet Michelle. She's in Australia. But honestly, there's not a great deal of people that I would actively pursue on meeting. But if I had the chance to meet anyone, that I'd meet any and everyone that has ever supported me, including you guys. If I had the chance and the possibility, I would do it. You only live once, right? So if you get a chance to meet someone, do it.
Yeah. You need to just do like a, convention instead of like VidCon. It's NowCon. Does that make any sense? No, it doesn't. I'm gonna just
NowCon. You turn up and you get conned. Now.
Exactly. Sounds about right for a lot of things. If you had to choose someone to unpartner in order for someone else to be partnered, who'd you pick and why?
Oh, damn. Unpartner. Honestly, I would potentially unpartner myself. Despite all the years, I think because I don't stream as much anymore at all, I think there's people that need to be recognized. I don't think there's one person in particular who deserves to be partnered. I think there's a few people that deserve it. But I would unpartner myself.
Okay.
In fact, actually, I think about a month after I got partnership, I did actually email someone from you now stating, "Can I transfer my partnership to someone?" And they said no.
No.
Who are the people who you feel deserve to be partnered?
Honestly, Jade Bowden, she deserves to be partnered because when she used to stream, she used to do all these SFX makeup, absolute
Yes.
crazy stuff. It's incredible the stuff she can do. So she would definitely deserve it. Puts in a lot of effort in what she does, and it's for her. It's not just something she does while streaming. It's something she does outside of streaming too, and it's a real passion. So she would definitely deserve it.
I definitely agree. Me and Jade were in the Quest Variety, the Valentine's one, I think. We were in it together, and I just remember the videos of the stuff that she did. I think one week she had done Avatar, and it was insane. Like to condense that down into like a 2-minute clip when you did insane. Been insane. So what would you say is your best memory from streaming?
Best memory from streaming. Such a tough one. All right, one of the best memories from streaming was, I think, something that I'll always remember is the Christmas Day when I did in 2021, the 24-hour stream, because honestly, it takes a lot for me to be lost for words, and that stream blew up for me. And I will never forget. I literally ended up having to drag someone up near the end of that 24 hours and just like, help, help, help! I don't know what to do. I was completely lost for words about all the support that everyone ended up showing me, and I'll never forget that ever. Because that, as I mentioned before, that really changed everything for me.
Yeah.
I think we've all had that time though when we've all had that moment where we just blow up on stream and it's just overwhelming the support that everyone as a YouNow community as a whole has sort of given you. It can reach the point where you just don't know what to say and you have to drag someone in and be like, help, I don't know what to say. It's crazy. But yeah, Jade's just mentioned that I've hit myself in the face with a pole. I've had a few fails streaming. I've also done one or two hoaxes. So my first year of streaming, I remember doing a hoax with eating glass. I had a bunch of fake blood all coming out of my mouth and out my nose. And I did that to try and go viral. I had like hundreds of people sharing me on Twitter because of it. It was absolutely awesome.
That would give me I think that would traumatize me.
For real.
It was grotesque.
Like the idea of you eating glass in general is traumatizing, but for you to do that would make it 10 times worse.
Oh, it's brilliant. The reactions you get is insane. Some people are genuinely worried. Other people are just like, it's disgusting sort of thing and they'll just leave. But that's why I do it. It's that side of things. It's shock horror entertainment, and I live for that completely.
Okay. So who are the streamers that you tend to watch the most when you are around?
Kim Maverick. From time to time, I always go back into her stream because she's just, honestly, I'm jealous of her setup, her room, the entire thing, absolutely incredible. It's really a tough one because there's not a lot of people that stream anymore. But I used to go into Jade's stream quite a bit. I used to go into my friend Sosa and my friend Michelle's stream. But nowadays, I'm not on YouNow a lot. So I will pop in time to time to share and give likes to Kim or... I'm trying to think of names. It's difficult in the moment. It really is. But yeah, I do pop from time to time and I still try and find new people to hopefully see if there's an up and rising streamer maybe in the shadows. Which there are a few people I reckon are going to turn out pretty big on here. I think.
So streamers who you feel deserve more attention?
Honestly, you and Jack deserve a hell of a lot more attention than you get.
Shut
because,
up.
I mean, even though his background is a bit different and a bit, unsharp and maybe needs a bit more lighting control, maybe more pixels.
Send him a new picture.
This is her fault.
Oh,
And maybe if K9 would show his face, he'd get attention.
True.
oh, just no, period.
Period.
Okay. So even though you do have a partner,
Mhm.
who would you say is your now crush? You got
Honestly,
someone.
I don't have any crushes from Yuna. Surprising as it is, I genuinely don't.
Okay. Sure.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
So, well, following up from that, we've got some fuck, marry, kills for you.
Oh, cock.
So we have fuck, marry, kill, KV, Luke, right? Legend Luke, and Mind Tricks.
Oh, that's so difficult.
Wait, who's Mind Tricks?
It's in
DJ Mind Tricks.
Oh, okay.
That's a tough one. I think. Oh no, this is no. It's weird. It's really weird. One thing, I mean, I'm straight as heck, so like, that's damn right.
Well, on you now, you're not.
Apparently, oh damn.
Putting it off isn't going to make it any better.
Marry, all right. Marry. Wait, so marry KV.
Okay.
Because he's respectful, he would never try and get to third base with me. Luke, if anyone notices on one of the Instagram posts that I got them to post, me and Luke are handcuffed together. So, fuck. And Trix is never around anymore. As much as it sucks to say, kill. Because honestly, I reckon he'd be damn right happy. Because, you know, whatever's waiting for us after is got to be more beautiful than the current position of the world.
Send it.
Okay. So I have another one as well. Fuck, marry, kill, K9, Jack, KV.
I kill K9 because no one's ever seen him anyway, so no one would ever miss him. You say KV's in that one again?
Mm-hmm.
Marry KV, and the other one was Jack.
Mm-hmm. Get to Greg's, Jack.
Right, Jack, how you doing?
Let's go to Greg's. Hurry!
Let's make that chair higher quality.
Not my chair!
Welcome to White Chair Show.
Shut up. Okay. So where can you, I'm just gonna where can you see yourself in a year's time?
Honestly, moving into a house with Lilith, hopefully performing more with her by my side, and hopefully her performing with me at the same time, because she's also in training at 5 Performance. And I'd like to at least stream regularly, at least once a week, without fail.
Okay. Can we expect to see you back streaming anytime soon?
Potentially. I'm thinking about putting together a bit of a schedule, because my work shifts change weekly, the times, so it's quite a difficult one to put together, but I'm willing to try and put something together and maybe even update per week. But all that sort of thing would be put on my Discord, which should be linked on my profile anyway.
Okay. So there's 32 people still in this audience. So to finish up, why should, if they haven't already, why should they fan you? Why should they come watch you? And why should they just hang out with you?
I'm the fire guy. I'm the only danger performer on you now. No one else on this platform has ever put themselves in danger unless drinking paint. Apart from that, no one else on this platform has put themselves in danger. Oh, wait, no, except eating burgers. But yeah, strictly because I'm the only danger performer on this platform. And if you want to see something dangerous, something that could go wrong, check it out. Not to mention, it'd be a great time to see me randomly get banned.
Is that a challenge at this point?
Honestly, sure. I wouldn't mind. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's so cool, that gift. That's incredible.
Thanks. It's my favorite gift on the platform. It's the bestest.
The bestest.
It's the bestest.
Oh, it's brilliant.
So does anyone else have any final questions for Darren while he's here, even though that are not related to Greg's? I'm going to check Instagram one more time to see if we got any more come in.
I'd say the greatest thing is pretty dangerous, right? Risky.
Okay. So, what would you like? Yeah, what would you like to see streamed on here?
More unique things, something that no one's ever done before. That's what I like. That's what I like about this Yellow Chair Talks, because there's people that have had guests on, and they've done, let's say, it's going to sound harsh, attempts at little shows like this, let's say, but they've never stuck at it. So I quite like what you've done. I think we need more frequent shows, streams that are more theme orientated, because that's what people need. Do you put nanas in the fridge?
No, I.
So our favorite little trafficker is now trafficking nanas into fridges.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just fills up the cars with fridges, goes on his route like Nutty does, and picking up all the nanas.
Noddy, I'm concerned for you. I really am.
I don't know what your phone is like.
You need to check your hard drive.
You need to check your word book or something, because I'll be concerned.
I don't put bananas or nanas in fridges. No.
No, why would you put bananas in fridge?
But I'm sure, Noddy, I'm sure you're more frigid than both of them. Got any games on your phone? That's brilliant. COD Mobile. COD Mobile. I'll put my hand up. Pokemon Go. Yes, I play it. Apart from that, I don't really play many games on my phone.
Chris, what games are you playing on your phone?
I don't have any games on my phone.
What games do you play on Snapchat?
What games do you not play on Snapchat?
What games do you play on Snapchat, Jack?
I play Snakeo or whatever the fuck that is.
Polio and Snake Squad.
Snake Squad, yes.
I play Farm.
Kirsty plays fucking farm life.
Can we talk about who started playing Farm Life first?
Well, can we talk about who didn't quit?
Well, can we talk about the less quality of a background here?
Can we talk about what?
I've seen higher quality on a Nintendo 64 screen. That's a console from 1996 for anyone who's too young to know.
This is turning into a roast now, and I don't know how to talk about it.
Oh my god, there's something quality on your screen. Wow. Now there's the star.
Yeah, thank you. This is for our sponsor and production team, Theoxino, for Wine Girls and Pearlays. Because somebody can't spell pearls.
No, I can't.
Okay, so do we have any more? Hi, Matthew. Do we have any more questions? Pearlays. Shut up, K9. Okay, well, yes, he did. We would have David Bowie, Gene Simmons, his girlfriend, and who was the last one?
I can't pronounce it.
Forgot now.
Is your dinner?
Oh, was it KV?
Was it Kiwi?
Maybe it was KV.
Yeah, it might be KV.
Oh, I can pronounce that. I thought it was something else.
Are you sure you can pronounce it? Just one letter at a time.
Yeah.
Okay. So as our guest, you get to choose who we're going to go raid.
Ooh, do I?
As long as I'm not blocked by them.
Hot Jazz.
We're going to go raid Hot
Great
Jazz.
guy. Great guy. Fantastic streamer.
So Jazz is actually doing
True.
a 24-hour stream. So we shall.
Perfect, yeah.
So thank you for coming to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Hopefully we shall see you streaming again soon.
100%. I'm sure you will.
If you haven't found up Darren yet, please do. For
Do it
some
now.
light bulbs and fire and pastries.
Oh my god.
Right, so we're going to go and raid. Thank you to Theo and K9 and Jade and to Luke and to everybody else who's been here.
What?
I
Oh, sorry. What was that?